Okay guys, let's talk about the anatomy of Python. Remember that before we go into the Python code, we have to understand what the language is built upon. Its structure, its syntax, similar to how the anatomy of a human body is. We don't know what the function of the human body is until we understand its anatomy. So we have to understand the anatomy of the Python computer language first. And similar to how English has different parts in order to produce a sentence, like adjectives, verbs, and pronouns, Python has different pieces as well. Altogether, they're all called data types. So here we're going to define the different data types that make up the Python computer language and help us produce code. So let's get started. So the Python data types are there are strings, there are integers, there are lists, there are tuples, there are dictionaries, there are Boolean values, and there are sets. So these are the different data types that go into producing Python code. Now, really quickly, let's kind of talk about what separates these from each other. So when we see them, we can say, okay, this is a string, or okay, this is a list. So strings are defined by either single quotes, double quotes, or triple quotes. Integers are your typical numbers. Lists are defined by anything in square brackets. Tuples are anything in parentheses. Dictionaries are anything in curly braces. They also have key value pairs, but we will get into that later. Boolean values are your true, your false, and your sets are in parentheses separated by a comma. All right, so these are kind of what the Python language is built upon in order to produce code. You're going to see these very often when you're learning Python, especially if you're doing it for the first time. So it's very important to understand from a bird's eye view what the code is made up of, or what the different types that your code could be when you're first learning it, especially for the first time. All right, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. The first data type we're going to cover is strings. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.